for the year before, hello again. And also sorry if you're sick of my face and my voice. I'm not sure why I'm not sure why they keep having me back, but here I am. So hi again. And thank you. And for those of you for whom this is the first time, welcome to the award ceremony for Viet Film Fest. Let's give a round of applause for Viet Film Fest 2025. Kính thưa quý quan khách, cho tất cả những người mà chưa từng gặp Quyên thì Quyên xin giới thiệu. Tôi tên là Ngô Hoàng Quyên. Tôi là một người diễn viên và cũng là một người hoạt động trong cộng đồng. Đó là một trong những lý do mà mỗi năm lúc mà VAALA mời Quyên để làm người MC cho chương trình tối hôm nay thì Quyên bắt buộc phải chấp nhận, tại vì VAALA và Viet Film Fest là một cái chương trình mà có cả hai cái lĩnh vực của đời sống của Quyên, và đó là cái lý do mà Quyên bắt buộc phải nhận lời của chị Isa và tất cả mọi người từ VAALA lúc mà Quyên được mời để làm người MC. Quyên rất là hãnh diện được làm MC cho đêm hôm nay, cho lễ trao giải thưởng của Đại hội Điện ảnh Việt Nam Quốc tế năm 2025. So this year, because I've been here a few times, and I often stand up here, introduce myself, and then talk about what VAALA does, I'd like to switch it up just a little bit and actually start off by asking first you all what you love about Viet Film Fest. So for those of you who have attended Viet Film Fest over the last few days, or for those of you who didn't get the opportunity to go this year, but maybe you went in years past, before I introduce the mission of VAALA and what VAALA does, I'd love to hear from a few people, what is it that you have really loved about Viet Film Fest? Okay, so if I could hear maybe just from a few people, so you can throw your hand up if you watched something maybe yesterday, the day before, that really took your breath away. Raise your hand so I can, and we're gonna have a mic run over to you. We have one Zoom over here. And so start by introducing your name and what you love about Viet Film Fest. It doesn't have to be anything special or crazy. Bye. Quyên đã đặt cái câu hỏi là đối với quý vị, cái điều gì của Viet Film Fest là một điều mà bạn rất là yêu mến của Viet Film Fest? Thì có bất cứ ai có thể trả lời cái câu hỏi này, thì nếu bạn muốn giơ tay lên thì Quyên sẽ gọi và mời bạn để chia sẻ. Đầu tiên là chia sẻ tên và cái gì mà mình rất là thích hoặc yêu mến của Viet Film Fest. Mời anh.
Hào Nhân Vương here. What I love about Viet Film Fest are all the fresh new perspectives that come up every festival. I've been going to this festival since the first one, and every year, every single time, there's something fresh and new.
Absolutely, thank you. Let's hear from another person. What do you love about Viet Film Fest? Yes, in the green.
Hi, my name is Cal Pham, and one thing I really love about watching all these films is the curiosity and the drive from all these creators to take risks and try something new, something that we've never seen before.
I love that. We can give an applause to both Ha and Hong Yun's answer. Yep. Let's hear from maybe 2 or 3 more people. The gal in the purple right here.
I am a production designer who worked on one of the short films that was in the film fest. And what I thought was really remarkable, especially as a filmmaker, is that the curation brought to my attention so many Vietnamese directors I had, was not even on my radar. And now that I'm paying attention to them internationally, domestically, yeah.
That's amazing. And so sorry, what's your name?
Sarah Liu.
Sarah Liu. Let's give a round of applause for Sarah Liu. All right. We're going to have the mic run to Jess back here. And then after that, we'll have the gal in the back over here.
Hi everybody, I'm Jess Vu. I'm a former board member of VAALA. I just want to say, in terms of like what I love about Viet Film Fest, is it's not only brings community together, get to see each other on screen, we get to see different stories from around the world. Personally, I love I always say this, I love the high school screenings for the students because, you know, especially during this time, a lot of kids don't get to, they don't watch movies the way we grew up watching movies in terms of aging myself here, and realizing, like, knowing that they're not even, despite the fact they're growing up in an area, I grew up in a very white area outside Philadelphia, but they're growing up in a more Asian area, but even them, they're not seeing what they want on screen, and to resonate and be so impacted is so powerful, and especially to see all these kids go up to the panelists, take pictures, and ask questions. I feel like it's just really meaningful. And so, if you guys have money and you want to support it for future years, we're always looking to raise money for the buses, the projections, and the auditorium. So just FYI.
Thank you, Jess. Cho Quyên xin dịch một chút trước khi mình đi tới người kế tiếp. Jess chia sẻ là một trong những cái điều rất là đặc biệt của Viet Film Fest là Viet Film Fest không chỉ tạo cơ hội cho cộng đồng để xem những cái phim của người Việt Nam từ khắp nơi thế giới, mà còn tạo cái cơ hội đó cho các học sinh trong cấp 3 để xem cái phim, hoặc là nếu có những học sinh từ cấp 1 hoặc cấp 2 muốn xem cũng có cơ hội để xem những cái phim đó. Cho nên cái đó là một cái điều rất là đặc biệt của Đại hội Điện ảnh Việt Nam quốc tế Viet Film Fest, tại vì cái này là cái cơ hội cho học sinh để có xem những cái phim này và được học hỏi từ những người mình làm những cái phim đó. Đó là cái điều mà chia sẻ của Jess. Cảm ơn Jess. Và cuối cùng, maybe một hoặc là thêm hai người. Thank you. Your name and then your answer.
My name is Tammy Nguyen Lee, and I'm the president and co-founder of Against the Grain Productions. And to me, tonight is a full circle moment because in 2009, April 4th, or maybe it's April 3rd, my debut feature film, Operation Baby Lift, The Lost Children of Vietnam, debuted right here in this museum. And more importantly, what that film created was a nonprofit that we raised money for orphanages in Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, the Philippines, and then we created a scholarship fund which went on to give more than $100,000 to 100 AAPI scholars, leaders, amazing groundbreakers. We had events, but if it were not for VIF, if it were not for that first step to believe in me, I would not be here as a sponsor tonight with my son. For being the original groundbreaker, for believing in this community, for not even being a filmmaker, but believing in the power of community and unity, and for everyone here tonight to bring this amazing room together of mothers, filmmakers, philanthropists, activists, doctors, lawyers, all together. And in this day and age where we need unity so badly, I'm so grateful to have flown in from Dallas to be here with you tonight. So thank you.
So much. Tammy, you said what year was it? 2009 thì Tammy chia sẻ là cái phim Operation Baby Lift của Tammy được chiếu ở Viet Film Fest năm 2009 là cái khởi động cái tiến trình của Tammy trong cái ngành của điện ảnh này. Và Tammy muốn nhận là chị Isa không có phải nhất thiết là một người đạo diễn hoặc là người viết kịch bản, nhưng mà chị Isa tạo những cái cơ hội này cho những cái câu chuyện của cộng đồng của chúng ta để được phát ra, được nêu cao ở trong cộng đồng của chúng ta, và đó là một cái điều rất là đáng nói đến. Và thêm nữa là Tammy cũng nói rằng không chỉ chiếu cái phim mà từ đó đã có cơ hội để thành lập một cái tổ chức phi lợi nhuận để giúp có học bổng và có rất là nhiều cách để phục vụ cộng đồng người Việt Nam. Thì đó là một trong những cái điều mà Tammy muốn nêu ra. Và bây giờ Quyên mời một người nữa để chia sẻ, xin lỗi nha, tại vì we don't have a ton of time, so I am going to mời giáo sư Khuê để chia sẻ cái lý do mà Viet Film Fest rất là đặc biệt và yêu quý đối với giáo sư Khuê.
The reason that I'm here and what I love about the film festival, because I see the curiosity, I see the encouragement, and I see the creativity from the young people. Our stories have been told through film, and I'm so happy to see so many of you very young and very courageous. You are not afraid to explore. You are not afraid to do whatever you want to do. And that is the future of our community. So this is my second year here, but I love it. I watched the movie last night, Nhà Gia Tiên, make me cry, because I learned so much from you, because you explore the meaning of Nhà Gia Tiên. You explore the depth of a family relationship and how to overcome it. And you share with us. So I encourage you to continue, and I applaud Isa for leading the wonderful organization, and Win for you to introduce me to Lisa, because I was very hesitant. I know about film festival, but I never came until last year, and I love it. So I encourage you and I explore you, and thank you so very much for making it happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, I realized a second ago I might have introduced myself in Vietnamese and didn't introduce myself in English, so let me just do that real quick. For those of you who we have not met before, my name is Quyen Ngo. We have multiple queens in the house, and they are all awesome. I am an actor and a community organizer, and that is a part of the reason why when I receive the invitation to MC this award ceremony, I always say yes. You notice I didn't mention that I'm an MC because I'm not an MC by trade at all, but I accept the invitation because it's coming from the Vietnamese American Arts and Letters Association. Woo! And I kicked off this evening asking y'all to share about the things that you love about Viet Film Fest, because obviously we have so many filmmakers and film lovers in the room, but that's not all that VAALA does. VAALA does a lot more than that. VAALA is an organization whose mission is to connect and enrich communities through Vietnamese art and culture. And VAALA does this by doing a variety of different artistic and educational platforms, and they don't just do Viet Film Fest. So through VAALA, you can attend visual art exhibitions. If you didn't know, there's one going on right now. It's called On Refuge, 50 Years of Recomposition, and that was curated by Audrey Bouillon. And this is going to be running until close to the end of this month. And in the past, we've also had other visual arts exhibitions like FOB 1 and 2, Yellow Submarine Rising, a part of our Gallery Beyond Walls series. And when VAALA creates opportunities like visual arts exhibitions for the community, it's not just an opportunity for us to see the art that Vietnamese people create, but it creates opportunities for people like curators, for writers, for people who see the value in that art to step up and do their craft, which is the curation piece. And so it's a whole cycle of creation that VAALA does, and that goes with the literary arts too, Viet Book Fest. And then we also have creative workshops for students to introduce them to graphic design, videography, so much more. So that is one of the programs called Youth in Motion. And so when Jess says that you have an opportunity to contribute to this work, that's what she's talking about. And so we're gonna have opportunities for you to contribute all night long. We're gonna try to keep it as amusing and entertaining as possible. But even if it more entertaining, I think it's still a great opportunity to contribute to something that has legs far beyond the room that we're in today. And so that's a little bit about VAALA. So let's give a round of applause for VAALA. So I know that we already started asking y'all for money just in the first few minutes. So I have to recognize the people who are making this possible. So we want to recognize our sponsors right now. And so if you look on these screens over here, we have a bunch of our sponsors. And I do want to start by recognizing one of our returner sponsors. So Pechanga Resort and Casino has continued to support Viet Film Fest and VAALA over the years. I also want to recognize Kathy Nguyen Le, MD, and Book An Nguyen Le, PhD, and Against the Grain, Creating Creators. So those are some of the sponsors. We also have incredible, generous individual sponsors. And so you can see our individual sponsors right here underneath on the bottom part of the screen. Huge shout out to them. Thank you so much for continuing to support Viet Film Fest's work. And keep in mind too, when you sponsor, they're doing things beyond just donating money. A lot of people donate money for specific things, whether that is sponsoring buses so that high school students can attend. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about how you would like to contribute as well. And then you also see on the screen our venue sponsors. And so we are in this beautiful, beautiful venue, the Bowers Museum, and throughout the festival, you were in the Frida Cinema. So a huge thank you to them. And then our in-kind sponsors are also on the screen. And in-kind sponsors love if you follow them on social media, so feel free to take a look at their names and follow them. And then lastly, I'd love to thank the media supporters as well. And so is there a slide for the media supporters? Let's see if we can get that. If not, then I can also read out our media supporters as well. All right, I will read them out. Huge thank you to Viet Bao, Người Việt Daily News, Little Saigon TV, SVTN, Phố Bolsa TV, Fanboy Nation, One Last Shot, Illusion Magazine, Monday and Migrations, Real Citrus, and The Vietnamese with Kenneth Nguyen. So thank you to our media sponsors. Now, exciting news. Since September 30th, Viet Film Fest has been running an online fundraiser to support the production costs for the 16th edition. And we have already received amazing backing. And we are still a little over $2,000 short of a $16,000 goal. And so if you are feeling inspired by seeing all of those sponsors and supporters on the wall, here's your opportunity to support. If you would like to make a donation by check or credit card, come to the registration and ask for Jade Thu or Jung Lee. Alrighty, so Vietnamese people love free stuff and good deals. So, before we kick off the award ceremony, I'm gonna give you your first opportunity for free things. And so that starts with the floral arrangement. Go ahead and look on your chair because on your chair, if there is a ribbon, nếu mà trên cái ghế của quý vị có một cái bảng màu vàng thì bạn là người được nhận cái bình hoa. Give a round of applause for winners! Some people are so confused about where the ribbon is. Oh, I see the winners. Some people are holding up the ribbon. Okay, so if you are a lucky winner, that's you. Yes. So just to clarify, you don't have to do anything. You win the floral arrangement that is on your table when you leave today. Congratulations. And if you didn't win, but you want to feel We'll give you more opportunities in a little bit. Alrighty. So, now that we've gotten some initial excitement for the flowers, I'm going to give us 1 second to just calm down from the excitement. Thank you. Because this next person that I'm going to welcome to the stage is really important. We are so honored that we get to hold this awards ceremony in a gorgeous venue. So the Bowers Museum is one of the largest and oldest museums in the historic heart of Orange County, with a vision of celebrating world cultures through their arts. And this wouldn't be possible if Bowers Museum didn't welcome us into their gorgeous space. So with great honor tonight, please join me in welcoming to the stage Bowers Museum CEO and Board President, Dr. Sean O'Hara.
Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for coming to this incredible event. I can't believe it's already been a year since we gave awards. It feels like yesterday. You know that my name is Sean O'Hara. What you may not know is that I'm half Vietnamese. My mom is Vietnamese. And I always say, if your mom's Vietnamese, that's the important part. Because you do what you're told and no one gets hurt. Now, here's the thing I want to say. The Bowers Museum has been around for 90 years, and the Vietnamese community arrived here 50 years ago. And I think it's important to understand the history. The Bowers Museum is a museum that was established in Santa Ana. It's the oldest museum in the area. It's the largest museum in the area, and it represents the cultures from around the world, and it's the establishment institution. The Vietnamese population arrived here in 1975, as we're celebrating, and you know, for many of those years, there was a certain amount of isolation, a certain amount of detachment. And the thing that I noticed, so I'll just tell you a bit about myself. When I arrived in America, my mom, we arrived from France, as a lot of Vietnamese had done, and we arrived in 1968, and there were no Vietnamese when I was growing up. Only my mother, half my sister, you know, my wife and the family. And then I, fast forward to 2 years ago, I came here to the Bowers, and Thuy Nguyen, our CFO, was able to welcome me here. And I realized a couple things. First of all, with my arrival, it turns out that the senior establishment of the museum now is 20% Vietnamese, right? Because we're 1.5 and there are like 6 of us. So that's 20%. And then the other thing is, you know, there are something like 300,000 Vietnamese right next to me now. So instead of 3 growing up, I have 300,000. So I thought, you know, it's incredibly important that we have the connection with the community. This is our community. This is our museum. You own this museum as a member of this community. And it's very important that we partner with these great organizations. VAALA is one of the most established, most storied, successful Vietnamese American organizations in the whole country. This is the 16th edition, which is really, again, hard to imagine. And the other thing I want to say is that in the culture of Vietnamese arts, filmmaking is one of the great art forms. The Vietnamese have been making films, obviously, for as long as everyone's been making films, and they've won many awards, and it's extremely important as we celebrate Vietnamese and Vietnamese American culture and Vietnamese culture around the world, the diaspora around the world, we celebrate filmmaking. VAALA also celebrates visual arts, literary arts, and the like, which is also extremely important. And I think that the other thing I want to say is that of course, you know, Vietnam isn't Vietnam without food. And so, you know, that's another thing that we need to celebrate as a culture, and I think the whole world imbibes Vietnamese culture by the food. I always say to people, you know, if you cut me, I can eat nuc mam. So. And by the way, Thuy is amazed at the amount of nuc mam I consume. I just want to say. she gives me a big bottle and it's finished within a week. So that's.
Oh, you're definitely eating. That's a lot.
What I want to end by saying is that this partnership is the beginning of the next 50 years. You know, we accomplished the first 50 years, and you know, growing up as a kid with Vietnamese family in the first 50 years, you know, it was kind of tough, right? Especially with the stereotypes that they had about Vietnamese people. But the next 50 years, we have new generations. We have generations of Vietnamese Americans and Vietnamese American kids, and Vietnamese American kids who don't even speak Vietnamese, right? But they're interested in their culture. And so there's a great revival of Vietnamese interest, Vietnamese culture, and it's important for both the Bowers Museum, VAALA, and all the other institutions that we're working with to partner up together and to celebrate the next 50 years of Vietnamese American culture. Because this revival is extremely important. You know, now people are ready to celebrate Vietnamese culture, and I think that when you see the films, when you see all the food festivals, when you see the tech festivals, when you see the fantastic exhibition. By the way, the exhibition downtown put on by VAALA and Andre Bui it features many great artists, including one artist who just won a MacArthur Genius Grant. So it's the Vietnamese American artists are being recognized, and I think it's extremely important that we all work together to celebrate. So I just want to say, please support VAALA. It is an incredibly important organization, and we are honored to be able to partner with VAALA and to celebrate all that is wonderful about Vietnamese American culture. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sean O'Hara. And we've been talking so much about VAALA, and we haven't had anyone from VAALA represented on the stage yet. So next, I'm going to welcome to the stage one of the newest members of VAALA's board of directors, Matthew Yeo.
Everyone, yeah, new board members, I was voluntold to come up here and say a couple words. But it's so great to be here tonight. It's so great to see so many beautiful faces, and y'all look so good. I love all these outfits. Yes. If I haven't had a chance to meet you yet, please, 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 I would love to meet you and get to know more about your connection with VAALA, with Viv, and our community here. So after we talk today, I will definitely come make my rounds, and I would love to meet you all. But yeah, I have a couple things to say as we open up for tonight. As a queer son of two Vietnam War refugees who fled their homeland as teenagers, children really, I stand here tonight with so much deep gratitude for the world VAALA's built for us. I mean, I watched my parents really doing their best to raise these three intense children, getting suspended from school, cops at the door. I think as hard as they could have had it. They had a queer son who had so many fake girlfriends. Me. I remember when I came out to my mom, she started crying, and it wasn't because she was mad at me for being gay. She was just like, oh, so I'm not gonna have grandkids. I was like, no, Mom, well, maybe not right now, but you know, she came around, she turned around real quick. I have a very supportive mom, very grateful for that. But I'm just so grateful that I get to be in a community where we have so many great, unique stories spotlighted, where we can really see ourselves beyond just this idea of, you know, we're known for being survivors. I feel like growing up, all the stories that I had access to were about the war and surviving the war, but there's so much more than that. In addition to those stories, there's the people like me and my sisters, there's people like, sorry. I skipped one here. Yes. Through these stories, we begin to understand the angry mother still carrying unspoken trauma. I have a little bit more empathy for my quiet father, who I didn't quite understand why he was so distant growing up, and then realizing how numb he really became after the war and coming back, but that his quietness wasn't a distance from our family, but just not really knowing how to interact with us it wasn't that he didn't accept me as his gay son, but he didn't have the emotional language or the stories to really understand the perspectives I was coming to him with. And now, being here with Viv, I have literal movies that I can bring to my family, and the kind of conversations that we've been able to open up have just been incredible. So yes, thank you. We live in a time when, the technology we have really promises us a world where we have unlimited connection, right? But the reality that I see today is quite dark. I see so much isolation, I see so much misunderstanding, I see such a difficulty to hold space for nuance without coming at each other's throats. And I feel like the beautiful thing about VIF is it creates the sacred table for all of us to come together with our really complex stories, our different lived experiences, and just to give it room to breathe. It's not about who's right or who's wrong, but just the fact that we have these different backgrounds and these different stories, and for us to build those bridges. Every year, VAALA creates something really extraordinary. The artistry, the vision, the storytelling, it's really world class. And it's powered by people who care so deeply about our shared future as a Vietnamese community and beyond. So tonight, as we celebrate together, I really want to honor our storytellers, our filmmakers, our actors, the staff, the volunteers, the VAALA board, and every one of you who keep VAALA alive. As I talk to my friends about Viet Film Fest, they're always saying, I've never seen anything like this. And also, how come I don't know about this? And they're right. VAALA's work really transcends community, and it's for everyone. And I'm talking about my Mexican Guatemalan friends in El Monte who are really interested in film. They are the ones that have expressed some of the most gratitude for the stories that we've been able to see at Viet Film Fest. Yep. The storytelling at VAALA is really a language of healing, and it reminds us how powerful we are when we tell our truth. When I think of sets like Year of the Cat, one of many amazing sets this year, yes, shout out. I think of all the tears shed in that movie theater. I think about how healing it is to see multiple Vietnamese men crying and expressing that side of their emotions. It reminds me of the memories of my parents steel healing the children who once fled war. And these stories aren't just entertainment, they're medicine for the soul. And after 30 years of impact, I'm really excited to see the next 30 plus years for VAALA and what we're gonna continue to build together. We're not just an organization. VAALA is a home for our collective voice. And if you've ever seen yourself in a story here, you're part of that story too. So tonight, I want to ensure that VAALA not only continues our work, but is able to thrive. So if you feel so moved, let's invest in the stories that have been healing us, that have been connecting us, and that remind us who we are. Whether that is an investment in your support showing up to our events, as a community partner, bringing people into these rooms, or a monetary investment. Please, please, please think about what your role with VAALA is and how you see yourself as part of this ecosystem to keep us together. So to VAALA, to our storytellers, and to every heart in this room, can we have a quick toast? Cheers to the bridges we built and the ones that are here to come. Wow, thank you, y'all. Một, hai, ba, yo.
Thank you so much, Matthew. Give him a round of applause. Alrighty, and so one more sponsor-related reminder, and then we're going to get this show started. So to my right here is the silent auction table. And the nice thing is that because we spent the last 15 minutes or so talking about how important it is to invest in VAALA, now if you step up and walk over there at some point, everyone will know that you're one of the people doing that support. So just a quiet reminder that you can get up and walk over there to pledge your silent auction item at any time you want. And with that reminder, we can finally get the show started. So we are going to start. been over 20 years since the very first Viet Film Fest. That's a milestone that marks more than just time. It represents hundreds of film submissions, countless hours of storytelling, and like some of the people shared at the very beginning, we're talking boundary-breaking, envelope-pushing stories, big risks that our community has been taking for all this time that Viet Film Fest has been around. Tonight, we celebrate not only the films and the talent behind them, but the legacy and impact of a festival that continues to connect us through the power of Vietnamese diasporic cinema. Viet Film Fest 2025 had 100 submissions with 61 accepted films, 14 features, and 47 shorts. This year's lineup features a dynamic range of directors with strong representation from women, genderqueer, and mixed gender filmmaking teams. So please, let's give it up for all the filmmakers who are in the room tonight. Now, we're going to kick off this award ceremony with a new category. So as we were just talking about the transformative power of cinema and how Viet Film Fest has changed and evolved over the years, it's a great time to announce that for the first time, we have an award for Best Cinematography this year, where we will celebrate the artistry behind the lens. Best Cinematography honors the individuals whose visual storytelling elevates every frame, capturing emotion, atmosphere, and beauty in every shot. Here are the nominees for Best Cinematography.
Best Cinematography. Sơn Đoàn.
We'll give it just 1 second, a rare opportunity for us to admire the technical difficulties that we rarely have during the award ceremony.
Best Cinematography. Sơn Đoàn. Vietnamese. Normally, Don't Cry Butterfly. Herrera. Detective Film Jay Splend.
All right, folks, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Viet Film Fest 2024 Best Feature winner of New Wave, director Elizabeth Ai, to present the Best Cinematography Award.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here tonight, celebrating the storytellers who continue to push our narratives to the forefront of everyone's imaginations. This year marks 50 years since the end of the war in Vietnam, 50 years since our families had to rewrite what survival could look like. And through film, we carry that legacy forward, reclaiming how we are seen and how we see ourselves. In all of our beauty, in all of our contradictions, and in our humanity. In the face of everything that's happening in our country and in the world right now, it has never felt more urgent to continue pushing these narratives forward to give shape to the ones that shaped us. And to honor the communities here in Vietnam, in Southeast Asia, and across the diaspora. Tonight, we celebrate those who bring those visions to life, our cinematographers, who turn emotion into light and imagination into truth. It is my deep honor to present the award for Best Cinematography. Okay, I don't know who it is, but let's find out. It was a really wonderful year of films here. Oh my God. Okay, somebody help me pronounce this. Sanduan. Did I say it right? Sanduan. Yes! Are you here? Are they here? No!
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. So we are going to have Tony Nguyen of VAALA come up to accept the award on behalf of the Vietnam team.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of VAALA, we will accept this award for the Vietnam team. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony, for accepting the award on behalf of the Vietnam team. Alrighty, now we are going to move on to the award for Best Actor.
Best Actor. Đào Duy Bảo Định, Vietnamese. Quốc Huy, Detective Gin, The Headless Horror. Phạm Thanh Hải, Vietnamese trong lòng. Tô Tiến Tài, Summer School 2001. Jackie John. Paul Yan.
And if you noticed in the nominees on the screen, you would have seen that this year's nominees were very diverse in terms of the genre, in terms of the age groups. And so right now, I'd love to invite Viet Film Fest 2024 Best Actress winner and 2025 nominee, Chantal Twing, to announce the Best Actor Award. Please give a warm welcome to Chantal.
Wow, what an energizing night it's been. Thank you guys for all being here. And it was an honor to receive the award last year, and it's an honor to be here to present the Best Actor Award. And I wanted to say congratulations to all the nominees. You are part of this category because you are talented, you've done amazing work, and keep doing what you're doing. And the Best Actor Award, oh, I didn't read any of this. Well, the Best Actor Award goes to Tô Tiến Tài, Summer School 2001.
So I'm going to ask Chantal to stand with the award really quick. And, oh, sorry, I'm going to come this way.
He's not
here, yes.
He's in Czech Republic.
Yes, he's in the Czech Republic. And so yesterday Summer School 2001 was nearly sold out, and everyone was amazed by his performance. And so we're going to get this award safely to him into the Czech Republic. But we are lucky enough to get a quick speech from him on screen.
Cháu muốn cảm ơn ban tổ chức đã mời cháu vào bộ phim này, và muốn cảm ơn Du Giang Dương đã cho cháu một cơ hội vào bộ phim Quay Cùng Chuối. quay một chuỗi thì rất là vui, rất là hài cho nhiều bạn hơn. Thế nên mà muốn ủng hộ lên những phim rất nhiều cho mình hãy đi xem một vé. Cảm ơn ạ.
And we actually have a translation of his speech on the screen. So you can read his thank you translated on the screen. Congratulations to Go Bin Dai, our Best Actor recipient. He's actually our first male child actor to receive the award, and the second child actor for the acting category. And now we'll move on to the Best Actress category. And so before we hit play on the nominees, I did want to just say something really quick about the category of Best Actress. So for Vietnamese women, for a long, long time, there has been a stigma around the idea of pursuing a career as an actress. And so when we announced the nominees for the Best Actress category, it's not just recognizing the talent of the women on the screen, but it's also about recognizing what they have overcome in order to pursue this career. And we actually are sitting in a room with some of the luminaries who have overcome that obstacle in their career in the arts. Ở đây trong cái viện bảo tàng ngày hôm nay, mình có những người nữ diễn viên mà đã vượt qua rất là nhiều cái, từ những người giống như Kiều Trinh và rất là nhiều người mà đã vượt qua rất nhiều điều khó khăn, vất vả để có thể làm ngành diễn viên. So with that, I'd love to announce the nominees for Best Actress.
Best Actress. Tây Bùi, Kim Kim. Hồng Đào, Mưng Châu Nguyễn, Philippines. Nguyễn Vũ Trúc Như, Saigon Kiss. Chantal Thuy, Never. Tu Oan, Don't Cry Butterfly, Milton Dunley.
And now I'm going to welcome back to the stage Dr. Sean O'Hara to announce the award for Best Actress.
So we know Vietnamese women are the movers and shakers of Vietnamese society. So this is the best award. I'm just telling you now. Here we go. The winner is Tu Nguyen.
So once again, the one is not here. Borders are complicated right now, you know? So you're gonna stay on stage and we're going to have the director of Don't Cry Butterfly come to the stage. So Director Lynn will accept the award on behalf.
Wow. I'm just standing here and just thinking how I'm gonna tell Dwight this. I think she's gonna cry. This is her very first role in a feature film. And before making this film, I made a short film with her, and it was also her first short film back from a very, very long time away from the big screen. And so this is also my first feature, and we did I just want to thank the festival. Thank you to the jury, and I just want to thank everyone for being here
tonight, and I just want to also share a little bit as a filmmaker. I've been to many festivals with Don't Cry Butterfly since last year, but Viet Film Fest is very, very special for me. This is the first time that I get to watch so many Vietnamese films. Yesterday and today, I also watched films that belong and tell stories about the history of our country. And as the young generation of Vietnamese growing up in Vietnam, and now, studying more about our history, and also the story from the other side of the world, it touched me a lot. And I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Thu An, our Best Actress recipient. And you can still catch her performance in Don't Cry Butterfly on our virtual platform, Viet Film Fest at Home. This next award is a very special award given to an individual for their efforts. This award is called the Luminary Award, and it celebrates those whose leadership, vision, and dedication light the way for others. This recipient has made a lasting impact by uplifting communities, creating spaces of belonging, and inspiring future generations. Their work is a powerful reminder that one person's light can spark change that extends far beyond themselves. So I would like to invite to the stage Isa Le and Chum Le, co-founders of Viet Film Fest, to speak about this. Award, mainly because of who it's going to go to. It's about time, y'all. It's about time this person got her flowers. Damn time, or don't you? So in 2002, I convinced 40 Vietnamese artists under 40 to join a multi-art show I called FOB. That's right, fresh off the boat, flowers of Barbie, whatever you want. Among them were 8 passionate, independent Vietnamese filmmakers. Oops. That same year, Isa cooked up a Vietnamese cinema symposium that featured 4 more filmmakers. So we did the math. Yes, that's 12 filmmakers total. And we looked at each other and we said, the most logical thing possible, let's start a film festival. Yes, 12 films. I mean, Jesus had 12 apostles, and look what happened to him. 12 filmmakers. So, I mean, did we have money? No. Sponsors? Nope. A place to screen films? Hilariously? No. However, but no joke, we did have a backup plan, Isa's garage. And did we have any idea what we were doing? Not a clue. Not even a little. But what we did have was an awesome group of filmmakers, a bunch of fearless friends who said, sure, we'll help, and a whole lot of delusional optimism. Which brings me to one of the original superheroes of Viet Film Fest, the one and only Dr. Linda Vong.
Tham gia một cuộc triển lãm nghệ thuật đa dạng với tựa đề là FOB. Vâng, FOB. Trong số đó có 8 nhà làm phim gốc Việt, và cùng năm đó Isa đã tổ chức Cinema Symposium, một buổi hội thảo điện ảnh Việt Nam với sự tham dự của 4 nhà làm phim khác. Vậy nên Trâm và Isa đã ngồi lại tính toán. Trong vòng 1 giây thôi chúng tôi thấy là chúng tôi có 12 nhà làm phim. Vậy là chúng ta có 12 nhà làm phim Việt. Vậy là mình đã có một đủ phong trào rồi. Vậy và chúng tôi nói với nhau là chúng ta có thể làm một film festival, một liên hoan phim rồi với 12 người, với 12 đạo diễn. Thì nhưng mà có một điều là chúng tôi có tiền không? Chúng tôi hơi có vấn đề. Chúng tôi không có tiền và có nhà tài trợ không có, và một địa điểm chiếu phim cũng không luôn. Và Trâm nói là có thể dùng garage của Isa không? Isa nói đâu, chắc không đâu, chắc nhiên không chị. Và Trâm hỏi về mình có biết mình đang làm cái gì không? Isa bảo không. Nhưng mà chúng tôi có những điều sau đây. Chúng tôi có một nhóm nhà làm phim trẻ đầy nhiệt huyết, một nhóm bạn không biết sợ và nói với chúng tôi cứ làm đi, sợ cái gì, và một sự lạc quan đầy ảo tưởng. Và điều này đưa chúng tôi đến với một trong những siêu anh hùng superhero đầu tiên của Viet Film Fest, và không ai khác hơn chính là tiến sĩ Linda Trình Võ.
By day, she was a mild-mannered, brilliant professor at UCI, shaping young minds with the force of 1,000 footnotes. By night, she became Professor Power, Connector Supreme. She wielded the lasso of networking, cast the charm of sponsorship, and could summon allies from academia, community orgs, and the UCI Humanities building staff with just one email. It was thanks to her that we found our first screening home at UC Irvine for the unidentified. Zat. And thanks to her magic and phone calls, we recruited our first sponsors. With her help, Viet Film Fest went from an idea whispered between two sleep-deprived organizers to an annual celebration of Vietnamese stories with hundreds of films, screened, thousands of attendees, and more drama than a Victor Vũ film.
Linda là một giáo sư xuất sắc tại UC Irvine, nâng cao trí tuệ của các sinh viên trẻ với định hình trí tuệ với hàng ngàn những ghi chú của sách vở. Nhưng về đêm, và chúng tôi không hề nói quá, cô ấy đã trở thành một giáo sư quyền năng với vòng quan hệ rộng lớn. Chỉ với một email, Linda đã sử dụng sợi dây kết nối, thi triển, bùa mê tài trợ và có thể triệu tập đồng minh từ các trường đại học, các tổ chức cộng đồng và những nơi mang tính huyền bí đối với chúng tôi lúc bấy giờ, như là tòa building khoa nhân văn của Đại học UC Irvine. Nhờ Linda mà chúng tôi đã tìm được địa điểm chiếu phim đầu tiên, đó là UC Irvine, và nhờ vào phép thuật thần thông biến hóa, chúng tôi đã mời được cái nhà tài trợ đầu tiên cho Viet Film Fest. Với sự giúp đỡ của giáo sư Linda Võ, Viet Film Fest đã đi từ một ý tưởng khá là hoang đường với hai nhà tổ chức thiếu ngủ, và nó đã trở thành một liên hoan phim hàng năm nhằm tôn vinh những câu chuyện về đời sống và văn hóa của người Việt khắp nơi trên thế giới, với số lượng 50 phim được chiếu mỗi năm, hơn 50 phim được chiếu mỗi năm và hàng ngàn khán giả tham dự.
I was hoping she would translate Professor Power Connector Supreme, but I was waiting for that. But it is my absolute honor to present this award to not just a fifth hero, but my bestie, confidant, mentor, and co-conspirator in making the world more joyful, connected, and full of beautiful Vietnamese stories. Dr. Linda Võ. Professor Power, Connector Supreme.
Contacted me about this award, and I did not know that the two of them were going to do this act, which they should take on the road, right? I come from the academic and education profession, not the glamorous world of creatives and entertainers, so I really feel like I'm the nerdy kid who has just crashed the cool kids party right now, truly. I have to say, in 2002, the co-founders of Viet Film Fest, the visionaries, Tram Lê and Issa Lê, told me they wanted to organize this 8-day Vietnamese International Film Festival, and they wanted to do it within 1 year. I had just met them, and I'm going to be totally honest with you at that time. I thought they were totally whacked.
in a theater in the US, and that was The Scent of Green Papaya, right? And if I love that film, but you know that film is not going to be popular Hollywood film entertainment. But I was like, how in the world are they going to fill 8 days with Vietnamese films? They absolutely proved me wrong. In 2003, the first festival was held at UCI. At that time, you know, I couldn't believe that they could actually pull something off and find Vietnamese filmmakers. And you can see what it's grown to today. But at that point, I recognized how important it was for us in the Vietnamese, a diaspora, to tell our own stories. And it was the same thing I was doing in teaching my Asian American Studies courses and in my academic publications. So really backing them was an extension of what we do in the university. And so it's been a real privilege to be part of the Viet family of volunteers, and there's so many here that I see, and so many of my table who are the original folks who have done everything. When we had no fancy event like this, we actually cut up crepe paper and decorated the walls with crepe paper at UCI, and it was a classroom, basically, where we had our first opening nights and closing night events. So I have done everything for VIF because of my love for all the volunteers, and particularly the two standing up here, Issa and you can see how enthusiastic they've been. I've done the glamorous things of being on the screening committee, which was my favorite part, but I did most of the work fundraising, not the glamorous part at all. But I've swept floors for them, I've cleaned up the dishes after the parties, and so many of the volunteers that I see here, a whole new generation. So it has been a real privilege to work with all of you. So I want to also say that if Issa or Tran ask me to do anything, I never say no to them. So be careful when you get introduced to these two, because you never know what you'll be doing for them. So, more than anything, VIF has brought individuals from diverse backgrounds together as artists, creatives, audience members, and volunteers. And it's really been groundbreaking and contributing to the growth of the Vietnamese film industry. But I really regard its greatest gift is helping our community heal through the expressive arts, building multi-generations of voices in conversation with one another, and really honoring all of our diverse stories, and we still have so many stories to tell. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to VAALA and Viet Film Fest, the board, and all the volunteers for this treasured award.
Congratulations again to Linda Jitbaugh for receiving this incredible Luminary Award. And now we're going to get back to awards in a second, but earlier I promised that you'd have an opportunity to get great deals. So I'm going to welcome two people to the stage because we're going to get some action, some live auction action going on. 2.5 people, sorry. The hand.
Thank you, everybody.
And this is the half, Beanie the leg.
So thank you for being here this evening. We're really here, Jenny and I are really here to raise money. And as we've heard all night, how important money is to raise. How money really drives this event. So we're not out for blood, maybe. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask that you really open up tonight, because we really would like to see money come into the festival. I would like to introduce our first artist, Andy Hori Trent. Would you please come up? Andy spent many sleepless nights on the piece. Andy spent many sleepless nights on the piece that he painted for the festival. So I wonder if we can wheel it forward. We can bring it.
So for those of you who don't know, Andy is a tattoo artist living in San Diego, I believe. Oh, you say, oh, sorry. I'm
Yeah, Andy is a tattoo artist here in Orange County, and his tradition, I mean, I'll let Andy explain it, but it's Andy Hori Tran. It comes from a Japanese tradition that requires many, many hours of interning and being part of this way of tattooing. Andy?
Yes, my name is Andy. I'm also known as Hori Tran. The Hori title is passed on from lineage and traditional tattooing industry, and you can only get a Hori title from another Hori. And I am probably the first Vietnamese American Hori in existence. I don't want to bore you guys with that long story and things like that. I didn't prepare a speech or anything, but I do want to talk about a little bit about the Sun itself. So today is the Trống Đồng Awards. And the history of that is from the Dong Sun. The sun itself is a direct correspondence and a direct kind of spiritual essence to our ancestors, almost like a window. So the piece is called The Window. And what it is just different parts and timelines of Vietnamese history brought to today. And I want to talk about how VAALA is not only keeping this tradition of having arts and then the people before us and our ancestors before us of creating arts, and we still see it today. And I feel that it's our responsibility as creatives to continue that inspiration for future generations to create. So I hope that we can keep this alive. Open your hearts, open your pockets, and keep our lineage alive.
All right, here we go. We're gonna kick this off. We're gonna start this painting at $1,000. Do I have $1,000? Quincy, do I have 1,000? Tony, one. Do we have $1,000? 1,000. There we go. All right, we got $1,000. Can we get 1,100? 1,100.
For one-of-a-kind artwork.
Do we have 1,100? 1,100. Is that your hands? Do I see your hands moving? Or is that 1,200? What do you have, 1,100? Quincy, 1,100? 1,100. Quincy, is that your hand? That's 1,100. All right. Dr. Bao, right here. What's your hands, Dr. Bao? Did you say 1,300? 1,300? Yeah, 1,300.
Maybe we should wheel it over on this side, so everybody on this side can see it as well.
Because yeah, this is heavy last year. It was heavy on this side. Now we'll try to move on this side. But there's a lot of artists there. Okay, we have 1,300. 1,300. Can we get to beat Dr. Bao? 1,500. Can we get to beat Dr. Bao? 1,500. Right here, Tony. Tony's got 1,500. 1,500. Can we get to 1,700? 1,700. Roth, I think you're looking at it. 1,700. Can we beat 1,500? We're at 1,500 right now. Can we get to 1,700? Anjung, I don't want to call you out, but I have to ask. Can you beat 1,500? I think Anjung wants to see it up close. Anjung, 1,500? 1,500? Anjung is another producer in our community here. 1,700? All right, we still have 1,500, right? 1,500. You know, in San Diego, we did an auction and we got, I think, 4,000, right? We got 4,000 for the last, Andy, really? Orange County can't beat San Diego?
The San Diego Vietnamese beat the Orange
Really?
County Vietnamese?
That's crazy. I won, okay, 1,500, you can't beat it, Dr. Bao? Do I have 1,700? Easy, easy.
Dr. Mai Phương, can we meet? Again? 1,600! Yes!
Dr. Mai Phương has beat Dr. Bao.
Dr. Mai Phương.
Battle the doctors, guys.
But this is really crazy how we can't beat San Diego. And San Diego had a smaller room, believe it or not. They had a much smaller room. Smaller pockets. Can't believe it. All right, we're at 1,600, right? All right, here we go. 1,800, 2,000, 2,000! 2,000. Tony is at 2,000. The ladies, Quincy and Tony. All right. Where are the men at? Where are all the men? All right, we're at 2,000. This is for a good cause. Every year, I'm going to have to build this muscle of giving. Dr. Mai Phương, 2,100. Do I get 2,100? No. We have 2,000 from Tony at the moment. You know I don't want to call out your name, right? But yes. All right, we're at 2,000. 2,100? 2,100. I'm not going to push any harder. Can we get 2,100? 2,100, Dr. Bao!
Dr. Bao back in the game!
Dr. Bao, 2,100. All right. 2,200 from Dr. Mai Phương. We have the two doctors competing in the house. This is what I'm talking about. The rivalry of the doctors. Okay, we have 2,200 from Dr. Mai Phương. Who else? Can we get 2,300? 2,300 from this gentleman right here. Wow.
Would you like a close-up?
Yeah, would you? 2,300 to beat Dr. Mai Phương at 2,200? I'm looking at you. Making it awkward. 2,400. 2,300. All right, here we go. 2,300. This is going to be a long night. All right, 2,300 going once. Nasha. 2,400. Can you beat this? 2,400. All right, we'll go. 2,400. 2,500. Come on, 2,500. 2,500. You want to beat that? 2,600. 2,600. Look, San Diego did 4,000. We can't beat that. 2,600 with Tony. All right, here we go. 2,600 going once. Dr. Bao. 2,600 going twice. 2,600 going three. Oh! Wait, does that mean it's 3,000? 2,600. 2,600 is, all right, here we go. All right, 2,600. 2,600 going once. 2,600. 2,700, I'm sorry. 27, we're at 2,700. 2,700. You guys were at 26, he's at 2,700. No, she loved it. Would you like a what? A no with who? Oh, yes, with Andy? Okay, so Dr. Bao requests, can he have a no session with the artist? Wait, where's the artist? Hey! Yo with Andy. Yes. All right, we have Dr. Bao 2,700. Can we get 2,800 with a no session? 2,800. All right. Can we get to 4,000? At least 5,000. At least 5. We gotta beat San Diego. We got 2,800. 2,800 with Tony. 2,800. All right, let's just get to 3,000 and call it a night. Come on, 3,000. Can I get 3,000? Can we get 3,000? No, you're at 2,800, so let's go. Let's find somebody we get 2,800. Okay, 2,800 going once. Dr. Mai Phương, 2,800 going twice. No. 2,800. So. Oh, wait. Dr. Bao said 3,000. Same thing, 3,000? Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. We gotta. Okay, Issa, what do we do here? Do we have drama, right? Yeah, but, she has a good idea. The CFO has a good idea. So the CFO of the Bowers Museum just said, can Andy do another painting? And that way we can have two. Andy! Okay, he said he'll do a painting every year. That makes sense.
How about this? The person who gets this one will get first dibs on my show, which is the past meets the present. Okay.
So I'll do a show, and then there'll be a collection of a similar style of them, some style and old Vietnamese traditional work, and then also modern work. So a combination of all three. So you guys will get first dibs.
I don't know what first dibs mean. What does first dibs mean? But it sounds good to me. All right, so should we keep bidding? 3,000 and 3,000. What do we do?
You want to make two of these?
Well, that's what the CFO said. No, you know what? Let's keep it in the spirit of the auction. Yeah. Let's keep it in the spirit of the auction. Okay, 3,000. No, it's okay. It's totally okay. This is great. This is good drama. Okay, this is what we came up with. So wait, all of that has 6,000 that goes to, okay, 6,000 that goes to Viet. Can we get Tony and Dr. Val to come up and take a picture?
I think it beat San Diego. Do we beat San Diego?
6,000, but there's two paintings there. All right, but we have 3 more auction items, so let's not get carried away. All right, let's not get carried away. We have 3 more.
We get a photo? Yes, thank you.
You won. Dr. Val, stand up. You won. Can we all give these two a round of applause? We raised $6,000. First of its kind. Wow. Thank you, Andy. All right, this next one is, this next auction is a little bit difficult for me to sell because it's actually something that I have offered. I have been doing what's called the Viet Story Bank for the last few years, and I'm a podcaster at the Vietnamese podcast.
Wait, who in here has listened to the Vietnamese podcast with Ken and Flynn? Yeah. Wait, and who has been a guest on the Vietnamese podcast? Yeah.
So what I've been doing in the last few years is I will fly into a house, children who are 40, 50 years old would ask me to interview their mom, dad in Vietnamese. One story is last year in August, I was called to do a story in Dallas virtually, and the son said thank you so much, and this was in August. By December, the son called me, he said thank you so much for doing the story, interviewing my dad. He just passed away. So within 3 months, I had to get this edited, and he asked me if he could get it translated from Vietnamese to English so they can play it at the wake of their dad's funeral. He was 84 years old. So tonight, what I want to do is I want to donate my 1 hour to VIF. I start this at $1,000 for the day with the families. But I'm not going to run this auction. I'm going to let Chris from Little Second Official run it because it feels too good.
Chris Tran, everybody!
And what this will entail is I will go to your parents' house and I will sit with them. Juan has had, I've sat with Juan's family, his father, just a few weeks ago in San Diego, and it was a really enjoyable time. So this is, we're going to start this at 1,000, which is what I started out. And here, I'll let you guys run it.
And you know, as you, thank you, Kenneth. And you know, as you know, like when you watch documentaries, you know, and you think about your families, a lot of times, most of the time, our families will speak more freely when it's not you, right? And you can get so much out of it, and I think that this is an amazing gift, Kenneth. And for those of you who have listened to the Vietnamese podcast, you know that Kenneth is an amazing interviewer and someone that can make everyone really thoải mái and open up. So I hope that we will go ahead and someone can win this beautiful gift of the Vietnam Story Bake. So we have 1,000. Who wants to start it off?
1,200 right there.
That's my phone. Thank you, 1,200.
Who wants to spend money gifting something to tell a story about your family that you can't not ask yourself to your family, to your loved ones, but Kenneth can ask those questions, unlock all the family histories. So what is that worth to you right now? Anybody got more than 1,200 to unlock family?
1,300, 1,300. Will you fly to Dallas?
Yes, he will fly to Dallas.
1,300. Tammy Wingley over there.
Do I have anybody more than $1,300 to unlock your family history, legacy? You spend more on 23andMe than this, okay? You got Kenneth to come there and unlock your DNA, plus your heritage, your history, and everything else that you have. You have storytellers. Let Kenneth tell your stories. Everybody here complains about not having communication with your loved ones. Let Kenneth unlock that communication right now. Ask the hard questions you can't ask your parents. Anybody got else? 1,300?
We'll fly
1,500.
Thank you.
Do I hear any about 1,700? Guys, you guys spend more at South Coast Plaza than $1,700. Man. Come on. You get an espresso machine costs more than this. Do I have 1,700 from anybody? Hello?
We'll fly to you.
Yes. You will have Kenneth personally come out, interview your parents, unlock, even speak in Vietnamese, which I can't do. Ask the hard questions he can ask. Ask about how did we get here? How did we come to have our business, be part of Little Saigon, have the Vietnamese heritage, knowing our history, knowing what we are here to stand about. We have movies, storytelling. Tell us your story about your family and have Kenneth host that. He does this podcast. How many interviews have you done? 500 interviews. Okay, his time for $1,700 is, come on.
Priceless. Boya, guys, boya.
Yes, we got one right here. There you go. Amy's gonna have Kenneth unlock her story.
For 1,700, right? Yes, Amy for 1,700. Amazing. Round of applause. Amy's got stories. Do we have anyone for 1,800?
You know, if anybody's curious about their parents' past, their history, and you want somebody else to ask that hard question, this is your opportunity to do that. As a gift to your own family, your loved one, or a curiosity. Spend more than 1,700. I'm not trying to beat you, but you know. Yes. Okay. She wants me to stop anyone on here?
Not your parent, own that. Go. Lots of people to talk about, to talk to. Do we have 1,700? Wait, we're at 1,700. Do we have 1,800? 1,800, everyone? Anyone?
1,800 going once, 1,800 going twice. Last chance. Is your family history worth it? I guess not. You got it.
Congratulations, Amy! Mr. Kenneth, come get a photo of you.
Amy, thank you so much. Amy,
Amy, can we ask you who you plan to interview, or have you thought about it yet?
Thank you, Amy. All right, this third auction item is from a muralist. If you drive around in San Diego, you'll see her murals all over San Diego. I mean, massive murals. She's a wonderful artist. Her name is Tal French, and we have it right here. Okay, let's start this. We're gonna start this at 1,000. This is a bigger piece, really big piece.
Very beautiful.
Look, I'm not gonna bring San Diego into this, but I have to. I don't want to do it.
Tao French and Andy's both paintings brought in so much, and I think Tao's actually brought in close to 4,000 at the last event as well in San Diego. So we have to beat that or even come close. So who do I have for $1,000? Did I see your hand up? No? $1,000. $1,000. This piece is 3 feet by 6 feet. Quincy, we have $1,000, Quincy. All right, here we go. We start at 1,000. Do we have 1,200? 1,200. The night is getting long. 1,200. Can we get 1,200? Quincy has it at 1,000 right now. Who do we have for 1,200? 1,200. 1,200. You can put it in the Lost Cab pickleball ball tennis area. You can put it in the lobby. Linda, I read your... Okay, we have 1,200. Can we beat 1,200? 1,200. Can we beat 1,200? We have 4 more minutes left. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Can we beat 1,200? 1,400. Can we beat 1,400? Let's go. 1,400. Can we get to 14? 1,500, Quincy.
Wow,
Thank you, Quincy.
1,500.
1,500. Can we beat Quincy's 1,500? Oh, there are people leaving. Don't leave yet. We gotta beat 1,500. Where are you going? We gotta beat San Diego. All right, we're at 1,500, Quincy. Okay, time is super limited. 1,500 going once. Anh Lun. 1,500 going twice. Here we go. Quincy has it for 1,500. All right, 1,500 sold. Thank you, Quincy. All right, I only have a few more minutes. My last piece for tonight is actually, believe it or not, it's for a dinner with Key Concepts founder, Viet Nguyen. And I don't know if you all know the history of Key Concepts. It's a restaurant group that has, I think, over 14 or 15 restaurants in Orange County now. And dinner with Viet can unlock a lot of ideas. He's a great businessman. And we're gonna start this.
Oh, so quick correction, it's actually a lunch for 5 people. So including Viet. Including Viet. So Viet and 4 friends.
So this is a new restaurant that he has, right? He said this is a new restaurant that Viet has. Key Concepts knocks it out of the park with restaurants like Ned, Ini, The Rolls. He has a lot of good restaurants. What was that? And Vox. Key Coffee House, the latest one that they have.
We have catered today.
Vox catered today. So let's start at 500. All right, let's go. Do we have anybody? Dinner for 4 at the new Gourmet Lunch with Chef Viet at Qua. 500. 500? Where's 500? 500's right here. Can we bid 500? 500?
500.
500. Okay, 600. Han Yin, 600. My phone, 700. 700. 700.
Just for 700?
700? No, my phone, 700. Oh, this is good. All right, can we drop it up? 700 is actually a deal.
Food. We should start with food.
Food. 700 is a deal. Dr. Bao? 700? I know you have your budget. 700. Can we go to 800? My phone gets 700, right? Dinner or lunch for 4 with Viet. You can ask him anything. Party of up to 5. 800, Han Yin, 800. Do we have 1,000? I think we only have like a minute left. Can we beat 800 from Han Yin? Can we beat 800? Han Yin has that 800. we have a minute left. Come on, let's do this. 1,000. Thank you. 1,000. Dinner with Viet. All right, can we get 1,200? Linda, is that your hands going up right there, Linda? No? Was that you, John, Linda? No? England is at 1,000 right now. Can we get to 1,200? 1,200. 1,200. I know this dinner would be amazing. Or lunch, actually. 1,200. 1,200. Can we beat England's 1,000? Onion, no? Not gonna go beyond this? I think 1,000 is a pretty fair number. But can we get 1,200? 1,000 fair number.
1,200 feels more John, you know?
1,200. Can we get to 1,200? My phone, you're smiling. All right, because we're limited. Oh, Eric! husband of the wonderful Chris Tranburton. Just to give you guys a little context, Chris Tranburton is a teacher, is an educator at Lakita High School, and she is responsible for bringing artists, she's responsible for bringing and coordinating students into the Friday portion of the student film at VIF. So thank you so much for your service all these years, Chris. Her high school is 85% Vietnamese. So we're at 1,500. Can we be 1,500? Can we do 1,700? Or 2,000? Can we do 2,000? All right, Chris has a 1,500 going once. 1,500 going twice. All right, the last time. 1,500? Bree, did you raise your hand? Bree? No, I saw your hand go up. Julian? I saw that. You're scratching your nose, right? All right, 1,500, Eric. 1,500 going twice. Twice, like 2 times now. All right, 1,500 sold, Derek. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the auction winners. Thank you so much to Kenneth and Jenny for leading us and turning Viet Film Fest into Chợ Bến Thành. Thank you. And I know, like, especially for people in the room who don't have a ton to offer to the auction, just remember that this process is how we get art into the hands of those who support VAALA, and then also we're continuing the cycle to ensure that VAALA can do the work that it does. Thank you again to Kenneth and Jenny. And now, speaking of gifts, we do have that silent auction over here. If you want to bid on any of those items, you have about 10 minutes left to bid on the items. Go ahead and run over there whenever you want. And then on your way out, just talk to the team at the table in order to see if you're the winner for the silent auction item. Alrighty, we're going to get to those feature film, short film award winners in just a little bit. And right now, I would like to name the Spotlight Award. The Spotlight Award is given to the VFF 2025 Executive Committee to a film that either highlights an important issue or an emerging filmmaker. Presenting this monumental award will be the Viet Film Fest 2025 Executive Team, Eric Nung and Jade Tho. Please welcome them to the stage.
Jade and myself, on behalf of the Viet Film Fest executive team, will now proudly present the Spotlight Award. The Spotlight Award is an honorary award given at every edition since the first edition of VIF. That makes the Spotlight Award the oldest award conferred tonight. It predates both Best Feature and Short and both acting awards. The only other continuously given award since our festival's first edition is the Audience Choice Award for Best Short. The honoree of this award was chosen collectively by the VIF executive team. The Spotlight Award is given to either a promising new filmmaker and or a movie that highlights an important issue within the Vietnamese community with sublime artistry.
Thay mặt cho ban điều hành của Viet Film Fest, xin kính chào tất cả mọi người. Tôi và Eric rất vinh dự giới thiệu giải Spotlight, một giải danh dự được trao trong mỗi kỳ kể từ liên hoan phim đầu tiên của Đại hội Điện ảnh Việt Nam Quốc tế 2003. Điều này đồng nghĩa với việc đây là giải thưởng lâu đời nhất trong đêm trao giải ngày hôm nay. Giải thưởng này có mặt trước cả giải Trống Đồng cho phim điện ảnh thể loại phim dài và phim ngắn xuất sắc, cũng như 2 giải thưởng diễn xuất. Ngoại trừ một giải thưởng khác được trao liên tục kể từ những năm đầu tiên, đó là phim ngắn xuất sắc nhất do khán giả bình chọn. Người được vinh dự với giải Spotlight năm nay được chọn bởi tập thể ban điều hành Viet Film Fest. Giải thưởng này được trao cho một nhà làm phim trẻ đầy triển vọng hoặc một người khắc họa những vấn đề có ý nghĩa sâu sắc đối với cộng đồng người Việt, được thể hiện bằng ngôn ngữ, điện ảnh tinh tế và cảm xúc.
We would be remiss if we did not mention that this year, of course, marks the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon and thus the creation of the diaspora. Amid the chaos that marked the end of the Vietnam War, innumerable families were separated as they sought safe haven abroad. In the months and years ahead, the first and 1.5 generations navigated the cultural barriers of their new home countries, a future they could not see. Through love and sheer force of will, they built communities and familial bonds that transcend the relentless march of history.
Sẽ là một sự thiếu sót nếu chúng tôi không nhắc đến sự kiện đánh dấu 50 năm Sài Gòn thất thủ và cũng là một cột mốc 50 năm hình thành cộng đồng người Việt hải ngoại. Giữa những ngày hỗn loạn cuối cùng của chiến tranh, nhiều gia đình đã phải chia ly trên hành trình đi tìm cuộc sống mới. Qua thời gian, thế hệ thứ nhất đã vượt qua rào cản văn hóa và ngôn ngữ để thích nghi với quê hương thứ hai, một tương lai mà họ chưa từng hình dung. Bằng tình thương và ý chí kiên cường, họ đã tạo những cộng đồng, những mối liên kết gia đình bền chặt, vượt lên thử thách của thời gian và dòng chảy lịch sử.
In time, those early generations and their children asked questions about those whose whereabouts remained unknown, their faces and names that colored the fading stories of Vietnam. Their absence felt always became a lingering presence. These lost friends and family would see their names strewn across Vietnamese language newspaper classifieds and radio segments, submitted with hope and memory. Others took it upon themselves to investigate the fates of their loved ones and, in their search, would take them to places unfamiliar. This year's Spotlight winner centers upon such a search with an emotional vulnerability scarcely seen at our festival. Though technology and time have ensured that such searches for war-separated family and friends remain in decline, we award this film in the spirit of those still searching and those yet to be found.
Trong quá trình di cư, các thế hệ đi trước và con cháu của họ vẫn thường hỏi về những người thân đã thất lạc, những gương mặt, những cái tên chỉ còn tồn tại trong ký ức đang nhạt dần của một Việt Nam xưa. Sự vắng bóng ấy, dù lặng lẽ, vẫn luôn hiện diện. Có người đã gửi gắm hy vọng qua các trang báo hoặc những làn sóng phát thanh tiếng Việt với niềm tin và ký ức chưa bao giờ phai. Cũng có những người tự dấn thân vào hành trình đi tìm người thân để rồi đặt chân đến những vùng đất xa lạ. Một bộ phim được vinh danh giải Spotlight năm nay kể lại hành trình đó với sự chân thành và cảm xúc hiếm thấy tại Liên hoan phim năm nay. Dù thời gian và sự phát triển của công nghệ đã giúp các công cuộc tìm kiếm người ấy ngày càng thành công, thay mặt ban tổ chức, chúng tôi xin được phép trao giải thưởng này để vinh danh cho những người vẫn còn đang tìm kiếm và những ai còn đang chờ được tìm.
The Spotlight Award goes to Year of the Cat, directed by Trống Đồng Award.
Xin mời đạo diễn Trống Đồng Award lên sân khấu.
I wasn't ready for this. Where do I stand? Right here or something? Thank you so much. This is a huge surprise. Thank you to Viet Film Fest and everybody here. You all like caught me off guard, yo. So I cried a lot in my movie. Naja had a protagonist cry a lot in her movie, and like a Stitch under the Cat, and I feel like I'm gonna cry right now. So, but thank you so much. Thank you for this. I really appreciate it. I don't have anything elegant to say, but come in you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Tall, who helped film the conversation scene with my mother, which was, oh my gosh, it was an incredible breakthrough scene for me, and a very, I used the word healing moment. They're over there, so I want to acknowledge them as well. Yeah.
Another huge round of applause to Tony Nguyen. All right, now we get back to the awards. Alrighty, so our next category, Best Short Film, proves that a compelling story doesn't need a long runtime to leave a lasting impact. And I think that every single year when I watch the short films featured at Viet Film Fest. For the OGs in the house, Viet International Film Fest, the original name of Viet Film Fest, started off with short film entries and many, many VHS tapes. And we have grown so much. We don't have VHS tapes anymore, but we still have groundbreaking short films. Here are the nominees for Viet Film Fest 2025 Best Short Film.
Grand Jury Trống Đồng Award for Best Short. Long Lost on Film Land Birds Perch. Look in the Deep, directed by Nava and Saigon Kiss, directed by Viet Someone Special, Một Người Đặc Biệt, directed by Alf. Threads, directed by filmmakers. Sun, directed by Trần Thị Giang Thu.
Another round of applause for our short film. So something historic happened this year for Viet Film Fest. This is the very first time that the Viet Film Fest jury board has actually awarded 2 short films for Best Short Film. I'd like to invite a longtime sponsor of Viet Film Fest, Pachanga Resort and Casino. This is Anna Tran, to Assistant Director of Asian Marketing at Pachanga Resort and Casino, to announce the first Best Short Film award.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Before I open this envelope, I know it's very exciting, but I want to take a moment on behalf of Pachanga Resort Casino. Thank you so much to Viet Film Fest for the opportunity to be here today. We're truly honored to be part of this wonderful celebration of creativity, culture, and the Viet community. With that, congratulations to Viet Film Fest for another successful year. And we're proud to support this meaningful event and the incredible talent whose stories continue to inspire and connect us all. Thank you. And now, the moment that we're waiting for. Thank you. It is my privilege to announce the Best Short Film. Goes to Long
I feel sorry. I'm like really emotional. I didn't prepare anything for this. I grew up feeling very outside the Vietnamese community, and my engagement with Vietnamese art began, I would say, in the last 5 years. So coming and playing here at VAALA and seeing like all this incredible work has meant a lot to me. So first, I want to thank the crew. We have our producer, Jenny Trang-Lei, our costume designer, Brianna Murphy, Jackie Tran, thank you for an amazing performance. Hong Dao, who couldn't be here, Hoai Tam, Lung Nguyen, Ngao, our casting associate, Sean, our script supervisor, thank you so much for making this movie with me. I made this movie. Wait, I forgot someone. I said Brianna. My girlfriend, of course. I'm so sorry, I'm like so drawing up. I do want to shout out my dad. I made this film for my late father. I've made 2 films now for Dao. He passed away in 2018, and I wish he could be here because he would be so much fun to party with. And you know, I think coming to this festival has just shown me the importance of keeping in touch with, you know, a community, and I want to grow closer to the Vietnamese community and stay closely in touch with generations before me. And I want to say this out loud so people hold me accountable that like I'm not just here to take this award and receive validation from my peers, that I'm here to give back to this community, and I'm here to give back to all the other filmmakers here, so please. You guys can stand on that shoulder. I want to be here for all of you guys. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the first of 2. And you can go, yeah, thank you. And now, for the second winner of the Best Short Film, we are going to welcome to the stage Pien Do, who was the director of Funny Money and also a winner at Viet Film Fest in the past. Please welcome to the stage, Pien Do.
Hello everyone, and congratulations to all the nominees. I think that being a filmmaker, it's always exciting to show your film at festival, but I think there's something special about showing your film at Viet Film Fest, because you get to show to, you know, among your own peers. And so again, congratulations everyone. And I definitely was excited, you know, felt that way when I screened my film here. So I'll keep it quick. The award for the second award for the Best Short Film is Unhealing Land.
Honored tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. You know, I've been traveling around the country these past few weeks and months, and in fact, in a few more hours, I'll be going to Boston. And everywhere I've gone, there's been just a lot of emotions after 50 years. I met a Vietnam vet in Washington who cried after seeing the film twice. And he said, you know, I think about Vietnam every day. I was there at 19 years old. I was on duty patrol, and he's 87. He has Agent Orange, and he's had 7 operations and 3 types of cancer. I met a Vietnamese man who was part of the ARVN in his late 80s in Boston. And he saw the film, and he came up and crying to me, saying,
this is not enough for South Vietnam. How do you answer that one? And I met a girl from Morgan Stanley whose grandfather is from Hanoi, and she started crying, saying that her father in 1968 was down in Saigon. He lost both legs, and he never talked about the war, and he died, and she wished she had spoken to him about it. So I think even after 50 years, the pains and the intergenerational trauma still happens and continues, and we hope that we continue to move on beyond the traumas of war. I am really honored tonight to be here, to be with the community of the Vietnamese American. I think it's really special, and I'm so happy that we screen our film here and that all of you connected to the film, because that's all that a filmmaker can ask for. So thank you so much. Cheers.
Congratulations again to the two winners of the historic Best Short Film. And now, before we get to Best Feature, I just want to give the final call for silent auction. If anybody wants any of those items that have been displayed on our screen throughout the program, go ahead and run up there, put your name down, and you can win one of those items. And now we have the nominees for Best Feature.
Grand Jury Trống Đồng Award for Best Feature. The Ancestral Home, Nhà Gia Tiên, directed by Huỳnh Lập. Don't Cry Butterfly, Mùa Trên Cánh Núi, directed by Dương Thị Linh. The Stringer, directed by Bảo Nguyễn. Summer School 2001, directed by Vietnamese. Viet Film Fest Trống Đồng Award, directed by Vietnamese.
Now, to present the Best Feature Award, I would like to welcome our Viet Film Fest 2025 jury board member to present this award. Please welcome up Mr. Quang Phong.
Thank you so much. Hope everyone's had a great night. The films have been incredible. And I just want to say on behalf of my fellow jurors, who are Tim Bowie and Lindan Pham, we had an incredible time watching all these films. They're really great. And I want to first of all thank Issa and Eric and all the curatorial committee for watching through the films so we could select these 5 finalists and allowing us to sort of like whittle it down and watch these films. We were really, I have to say, taken aback by the breadth and depth of all the films we saw. And to all the nominees and to all the winners tonight in all the categories, it was really an incredible festival. So thank you for sharing your stories with us. I mean, we heard a lot tonight about how, you know, what connects us all is our Vietnamese identity and heritage. And even though Lynn and Tim and I represent 3 different countries, we actually all came together and agreed on all of the selections in a really incredible way. And it was sort of a reminder that like what binds us is our Vietnamese uniqueness, and it's incredible to be able to have this community. So thank you for allowing us to do that. So I will now announce the winner of the award. The feature prize goes to Summer School 2011. We have a speech for him planned, is that right? So,
Dujan, we would like to announce to you that you were the winner of the Viet Film Fest 2025 Grand Jury Trống Đồng Award for Best Feature. Oh shit, you are the big one. Thank you! Would you like to say something?
Oh, you know, I make films so that I don't have to say anything. Since I'm getting the award, I can just say that I'm glad that you like the film. I'm glad that the time I spent doing that film was kind of okay now, because I got the award. And you know, thank you everybody. That's it.
If I could just add a little bit, for those who haven't seen the film, this is an incredible, heartwarming story about a family that is yearning for belonging and acceptance in the world. And I think it's really a testament to sort of this film that it's able to tell the story in a way that we've never seen before. It's one of the first Vietnamese films to be made out of the Czech Republic. And so it feels really special. And you know, I talked a little bit about me being here and our other jurors being in France and in Vietnam. Well, we've now spread our stories to Czechoslovakia because the Vietnamese stories are all over the world now. So we really wanted you guys to we wanted to honor this film and hopefully get a chance to see it when it comes out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honorary guests and members of the Vietnamese diaspora, please join me in congratulating all the award recipients of this year's Viet Film Fest Trống Đồng Awards. And I'd also like you all to join me in giving a huge round of applause to the people who make this possible. The full Viet Film Fest team, they're sitting all amongst you. Stand up if you're sitting down. Please stand up here, raise your hands. Give them a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. And before we end the night and celebrate the achievements of our nominees, our award winners, and all the creatives in the room tonight, we would like to welcome up on stage Viet Film Fest co-founder and VAALA executive director, Issa Lim, to close the program.
Thank you so much, and oh my gosh, this is amazing. I remember last night, Bảo Nguyễn, when he presented his documentary, The Stringer, he said that he would like to create a platform or a space for voiceless to share their stories. So I think that when Jim and I co-founded Viet Film Fest, that was our intention. We would like to provide a platform for us. And we came here, a lot of our parents would came here with empty hands, and so yeah, we had to compete in Hollywood. We had to for years we were only in the background of the stories. So now we would like to create a platform to share our stories. So thank you so much for your support, for your love, and please come back next year or come back to VAALA's events. And thank you so much. And that's it for tonight. And
thank you so much, everybody. Before I let you all go, can I get one more cheers? We started with a yo, let's end with a yo. Mo.